All right, everyone. Hello, it is me, the Bachelor Witch, back at it again with another video. And today we will be talking about the Oracle guidance for the week of October 6th, which is today, Sunday. All right, so let's get right into it. I'm using the Earthly Souls and Spirits deck. So you hear this is kind of like the like booklet for it. It's on like this nice sheet of paper. It tells you everything that you need. It's nice, simple. It gives you example card spreads and everything like that. Super dope, super succinct, and just look at that. Like, that's nice. Okay, so let's get right into it. Okay, so here we have Serenity. The keywords here are acceptance, peace, and trust. It says make peace with your situation and allow tweaks and adjustments to better your pathway. So what that is telling me is that things are not the way that we wish for them to be at this time, and that is completely fine. The journey is here. It is now for us, right? So what we have to do is pretty much, like it was saying, just make peace with our situation. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Get very clear and concise on what it is that is happening for you, to you. What is your reality at this time? Be very honest about it. I think that when we accept where we are, then it's easier for us to move forward because we're outside of that whole, I don't know what's happening, I don't know what's going on, why is this like this, why is this happening, da 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 da, and that like sort of mental fuzziness, almost a lack of clarity that comes with that. When you move outside of that and just kind of say, okay, well, you know what, here's where I am, what is it that I can do to better myself and my situation? Those are the questions that we need to be asking ourselves at this time. Something might be happening that's not really what you want it to be, and you might just kind of have to go with the flow at this time. And I don't mean go with the flow as in like being super, super passive with your life. Just accept things, again, just accept things for what they are. Acknowledge where you are, where you stand, what is happening, and figure out an action plan of moving forward. So for our lesson for this week, here we have angelic. So we've got some pretty interesting energies coming through. Angelic water element. The keywords are west, love, and spell. With intention, face west for self-love, self-esteem, forgiving, cleansing, and letting go. So right there from that card, what that is also saying, tying in with serenity, it's really cool because they even have similar color schemes going on right there. But what that is saying, angelic teamed up with serenity, is that there is something that we are not facing that is getting in the way of us finding peace. And so the things that we need to do with that is having self-love, building up your self-esteem, self-acceptance, and letting things go, forgiving yourself. You may have gotten yourself into the situation that you're in, partially or completely. We all have, you know, play a part in some things that happen to us. So maybe we can switch our mental framework around the situation. Maybe we can just do things a little bit differently, foster self-esteem in us, build up our self-love so that we can do better and be better next time. You got to love yourself. You got to be open and honest with yourself. You have to forgive yourself. You have to let go. A lot of times we sit there and we want more and more things to happen for us, which is absolutely completely fine, but we haven't let go of things from the past. So we're sitting there trying to reach for something that is new while we haven't let go of other things. So it's like you're reaching out for something else, but your hands are too full and you can't quite grasp it. You haven't made space for what it is that you want. All of these things really, really tie in to that energy. And you know, let's just pull another card for our action step. Is success. So we have passion and vision and opportunity. Excuse me. I don't know what's going to get uploaded first, but I did do a video for the energy of October. And yeah, this was one of the cards that we had pulled. It was success. So this card, let me inspire your mind with excellence in all shapes and forms in every facet of your life. Okay, so we, you know, part of that, like letting go and building up self-love and self-esteem from the angelic card, is building up passion. What is it that makes us passionate and fiery? Excuse me. And excuse like the mess that's on the bed, I'm so sorry. What is it that makes us happy and passionate and fiery? What is it that really catches us and moves us? You have to kind of reinvigorate yourself at this time. What else would I like to say? And so one of the cards is envision. So you might also want to check in with yourselves and your goals. I really think that it's good to do this daily, even like multiple times a day, just to make sure that you are aligned with what it is that you want. And you are moving forward accordingly. And kind of ask yourself, you can have this be like a daily thing, a weekly thing, but ask yourself, you know, are you taking appropriate action steps for your goals? Are you doing what it is that you need to be doing to achieve your goals? Because that is so important, that we are open and honest and transparent with ourselves about where it is that we are going. We need the utmost clarity and moving forward with ourselves. And so I pulled some cards for how we can put this energy to use. Ooh, so here we have mindful and nature. It's mindful, there is nature. So for mindful, we have nourish, focus, and authentic. Okay, so it's pretty much what we were talking about with the success card and serenity. So live consciously in the moment, slow down and take notice, and accept what is not perfect. We also talked about that with serenity as well. And for nature, we have here the keywords are gifts, heal, and home. And it says, feel the earth's heartbeat, flow of energy, synchronized with Mother Nature, herbs, crystals, and candles. So I live in the Northern Hemisphere, so it's like fall time right now. I live in the Northern Hemisphere and in an area where it's pretty much broken down into 4 seasons or whatever. So we're in fall right now. So get into the fall spirit, whatever that is for you. But get into whatever like is happening naturally wherever it is that you are. So like maybe you're like not even in the US, or you're in the Southern Hemisphere, whatever. Or maybe it's not even cold where you are yet. By me, it's like it's kind of chilly. The leaves are falling. It's doing the thing outside. But yeah, get in tune with like those natural elements. Go out for a walk, just walk outside. Or even if you're like just gonna sit outside on like the porch or something, just kind of sit and be still and take it all in and just watch. If you've got local birds, kind of look at them, look at the squirrels running around doing what they do, the birds. I already said that. You know, just kind of observe everything, get in tune and aligned with that energy. If you can take it, you know, do some like some earthing. That's when you like take off your shoes and you just pretty much walk barefoot. Yeah, like really get into go, oh my god, like apple picking is a great thing to do because like you're outside in nature. It's in an orchard, so of course that's, you know, controlled agriculture. However, yeah, like get outside in any way that you can and really just connect with those natural elements. Open up your window and allow just like wind and airflow to come in, especially like if you're in a colder area. Like it's nice to be warm, but it's also nice to get like that stagnant energy. I meant to say stagnant air, but same thing. Stagnant air and energy pretty much moving around. Yeah, like just try and get in tune with that natural aspect as much as you possibly can. And did I talk about that? Yeah, and I think that we also need to kind of just take time and just observe where it is that we are, what's happening around us, and just be still and pay attention. And that's pretty much like, to me, what mindfulness is just taking moments to kind of be aware and observe. If you're having thoughts about whatever it is, just take note of those. Observe what like your inside mind is thinking and where it's going. You can write that down. You can do voice memos. If you've got really good memory, can remember it, great, absolutely, 10 out of 10. Journal, just, you know, whatever. But just take some sort of time to just really tune into yourself and understand what it is that is happening and going on around you. And then at the end of this week, I pulled a card for the energy at the end of the week. And here we have balance. The key words are Zen, being, namaste. Find your happy medium, take care of your mind, body, and spirit. Find your Zen, explore your being. Also, Mercury is in Scorpio right now. It's also going to retrograde on the 31st of October, I believe, and we entered the shadow period next this coming Friday on the 11th of October. So that is going to take us into an extremely deep dive. Mercury is about connection, and then it also deals with like travel and transportation and things of that nature. But for us in our personalized journey with our mind and our communication, we're going to be really thinking about the ways that we are talking with other people, the ways that we are perhaps presenting ourselves, expressing ourselves. And we're also going to have an internal dialogue with ourselves of just the way that we're feeling about things, the way that we're thinking about things. We could be thinking about transitional times, whatever those are, transitions of life and death. Maybe some people have passed and you're kind of just thinking about your relationship with them, changing of the seasons, all, you know, different types of things like that. But we're especially going to dive really deep during this time and really just examine who it is that we are, why we're thinking about things in a certain way, and just the way that we're going about things. Could it be better? Could it be different? All types of stuff. And pay attention to the shadow period from the 11th until the 31st. I think that's like a 2-week. Can't look at my phone because I'm recording on it. But yeah, normally like a shadow period is like a couple of weeks before the planet actually goes retrograde. So pay attention to that shadow period and see what it is that is unfolding, what it is that Mercury retrograde is here to talk to you about and to teach you about. I think that Mercury retrograde for some people is like actually like, sometimes it can be a mess. But a lot of times I think that it's like overhyped and overplayed, and it goes poorly for people because they're not paying attention. Simply put, like, if you need to go sit down and be still, go sit down and be still. If you need to leave earlier to reach places on time, then you need to be doing that. If there are some sort of communication issues, you need to be paying attention to those, and you just can't. It's kind of like Mercury forces you to take a moment of mindfulness and be present and understand the energies that are being bestowed upon you and the energies that you are bestowing upon other people, and how that is all interacting. Does that make sense? So you just need to be aware. That's all. I think, like with retrograde specifically, I think that part of their purpose is for us to take a minute to slow down, just like the planet is slowing down, and look at things from a different perspective. Because a lot of times we're just kind of moving through life, just kind of maybe even on autopilot. We're just going and going and going, and we're not paying attention. And that's a problem. We need to be more active and present with ourselves and our lives. Yes. Whew. So yes, you guys, let me see. I think I will be doing a retrograde reading, and I'll go in that reading over the shadow period, the actual retrograde, and then the shadow period at the end. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, this is gonna do it. October 6th this week is just being observant of ourselves, observant of others, get in tune with that natural aspect, nourish yourself, love on yourself, accept where you are, accept your situation. Okay, it is what it is. And then once you realize that it is what it is, you can kind of plot and plan a little bit better on how to make it better. So yeah, that is going to do it for me. I hope you guys are doing awesome. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down below. How do you feel about Mercury retrograde? How do you feel about some of the cards that I pulled? Do you like this deck? Do you not like this deck? All types of things. Let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.